Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone doing today? Did I stay on my shirt? Oh, that sucks. Can't see it from looking down, but it's like, that sucks. I don't know where that's from. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? We're finally getting started with the thing that we were supposed to start a while ago, but now we're starting now. We are building a stealth changer, and I still got parts to print for it. So today we're doing the most fun type of stream ever. We have to build a tool head, but not just one tool head. We got to build 5. That's what we're doing today. I love how the support stays on the bed. Like, watch. The little support wingies stay on the bed. Oh, one came off. Okay, the rest all stayed on. In the bin, 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 in the bin. Wow, this cryo grip bed is a little on the sticky side. Oh, that's right, I cleaned it. That's right. Oop, where'd I put my spatula? It is really chilly in the garage right now. I made the mistake of forgetting to turn on my heater before coming out here. So I came out here and it was like 6 degrees Celsius a little while ago. It's not so bad now. It's up to 16 now. But it is chilly. It is chilly. So chilly, in fact, that I started a print of a plate of stuff that we'll see how far we get today. We're going to be limited for 2 factors. One, the parts that mount the tool head to the actual printer are printing right now. They should have been printed, but I started the print last night, and it was so cold in my garage that the printer couldn't get to the temperature it wanted to get to. So it did the whole, are you sure you want me to wait? Hey boss, do you want me to start? And I was asleep, so I couldn't tell it to start. So I started this morning. So those will be going for a while. What else? Brown boxes. Yeah, this is all the stealth changer stuff. So I didn't realize, all right, this is one of those things. I realized, but then I forgot that LDO, the kit they sent me was kind of like what's still on the shelf. So they didn't include hot ends, which we have hot ends. We have tubes. Thank you, Luke Slab. But we have a mix mash of orbiters and Galileo 2 extruder kits. So here's the thing. I have extra orbiters. I don't think they're the V2.5. I think they're just the V2, which I don't think it's that much of a difference. I also have a spare Lancer, which I might put on. We'll put on one. And then also, I have printers I can pull orbiters off of. Like, we're not using that, what's the rat rig? The small rat rig. The small rat rig printer has an orbiter I can borrow off. So I'm not too concerned about that. If we need to, we can build whatever extruder we need with this, because these are A4T tool heads, which means you just swap out the plate and you can mount any extruder you want to it. So we have that going for us, which is nice. V-Minion, that's what it is, the V-Minion. So I've already, unfortunately, stolen a bunch of stuff. I've already stolen a bunch of stuff from this kit because on the big guy, we have an A4T tool head, which means I needed some fans and whatnot. So we're gonna see how many of these tool heads we can build today. Also, in case you didn't realize, I started at noon today. Why did I start at noon? Well, normally during this week with my wife's schedule, we'd be starting at 2. Unfortunately, well, actually, fortunately, because family. It's snowing outside, and I promised my little guy I would take him tobogganing after school today. So I'm starting at noon, and I'm going to be done at 2. And whatever we get done is whatever we get done. Simple as that. So at 2 o'clock, I'm ending the stream, and I'm going to go tobogganing with my kid. So, yep. Bearded Printer gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciated. And then also, somebody is going to win a spool of filament from Polymaker. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance. Go down there, get entered on that. And yeah, so what do we have here? We have all the parts. Hopefully all the parts that we need to build some A4Ts. So this is all Polymaker filament. This is Polymaker CF08 ASA in red, and then black, and then hopefully everything should look pretty cool. And then we also have a box full of Luke's Lab tubes. I'm leaving them over there for now because the box isn't the proper shipping containers that Luke's Lab uses. That this was like, here you go, take a bunch. So I have a bunch, and they were originally in little containers, but I opened them all up, and they're kind of everywhere. So we'll make do. We'll make do. They are not new in box, but they are samples. Valiant V, 2,000 Hungarian funny monies. Cheers and appreciate it. Yep, that's the build I need. I ordered mine for 4 tool heads. I will probably end up with 4. We might be able to do 5, but I really think we're going to end up with 4 for some reason. I will say the Prusa Core 1 prints the CF ASA beautifully. The joys of CF ASA is what layer lines? Look at that, look at that. I do like how you have like a little bit of black in there from the carbon fiber. I actually do like that. It actually looks really cool. I like it. So some notes about this build. It's going to be ongoing. When we get to it, we get to it kind of thing. 2, tool heads, we're not putting LEDs in it. Why? That's just an extra thing that could break, and it doesn't affect the function of the printer. And personally, I'm not a huge fan of doing a bunch of LEDs. I really don't care about LEDs in my printer. The only one I care is as long as there's enough light for me to watch the print and make sure the printer is printingly, I am happy. Little status LEDs that are RGB and change color in the tool head, I honestly don't care that much about. It makes wiring the tool head a little bit more of a pain in the butt because now you have to worry about managing all these wires for things that can break. They burn out. When one dies, then what do you bother replacing it? For the gram chasers, it's extra weight. I honestly don't care that much about LEDs in tool heads of printers. I tend to avoid putting them in. The times that I have put them in, within about 6 months to a year, the LEDs fail anyways, and I don't bother replacing them. So I don't bother with LEDs in tool heads. So the first thing we're going to start with is, I believe, we have some support to remove in all of these. So let me just pull it up here. A4T tool head. Does white ASA CF exist? I don't know, check Polymaker's website, see what they got. They might. I think they do. Not 100% sure, but they might. So you have to remove some support material, depending on which one you printed. Oh, there's little bits in there too. Okay. I don't even think I removed these ones from the last one. Do I have a pair of pliers? Thomas gifted 50 community memberships. Cheers, Thomas. For those that don't know, Thomas lives in Argentina, is it? And memberships are very cheap where he lives. So cheers, Thomas. No, he didn't drop 5 times 50. He didn't drop $250 in memberships. But now I'm going to have this pop-up popping up for the next little bit. So if you're in chat right now, welcome to the channel. Welcome to being a community member. Make sure you join the Discord if you have it. You should do that now, because you get access to some extra stuff as a channel member, as a Patreon supporter, or as somebody who was just gifted a membership, all 50 of you. I will say these built-in supports on this are really nice. They're not it's not like they just fall right out. You do have to do a little bit of finessing, but it is nowhere near on the level of anything I would actually be concerned about. In a real world use case. Is that a support on the inside there? Yep, that is. I don't know how I'm supposed to get that out. Is that? Oh, that's that. Well, I don't care about that support piece because we're not putting LEDs in. So, and I don't think that's part of the duct. Yeah, that don't matter. Yep, no. Why? So you're converting a printer to stealth changer, or are you making? We are converting. I have a Voron V2.4 that we call Tall Boy. It's an oddball size frame. It is 330 by 330 by 400-ish, because it used to be a V1.5, like 6-7 years ago whenever I built it originally. And then I converted it to a V2, but we are converting it now to a stealth changer. And because of that, I'm hoping we can avoid using the top hat. So essentially we're going to get a stealth changer that is, one second, I'm resetting my overlay because you can't hear it. The notifications it makes a little jingle and I can hear it. Is not a Trident better for multi-tool head? Yes and no. The disadvantage you have with the V2 is it has to go all the way up and grab it and then come all the way down. Whereas with a Trident, it's always on the same level. The disadvantage of the Trident system is now you need a latching, unlatching mechanism. On the V2, you could basically come up and use the Z to lock it in and pick it up, okay? So the Z being able to move, the gantry being able to move, basically allows you to come up, pick up the tool head, unlatch it, and then come down, do printing, and then come up and then dock it. So you're able to take advantage of the Z, the fact your Z moves, to act like your docking, undocking mechanism. On a Trident, you would need something like a latching system. You need servos or something to actuate it. You need like a side-to-side locking action. So it can be done. And for the longest time, we're like, it's easier to make a Trident into a tool changer than a V2. And then Stealth Changer came around and I ate my words because the Stealth Changer does it pretty efficiently and very optimally. So, is what it is. Do, do, do. .8 volts with 2504s has me about 2.4 seconds. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a 24 volt or 48 volt power supply, so we can upgrade our Z so our motors are running at 48 volt on this machine, so that we can get faster Z moves. And then we're gonna be putting in a bigger power supply for the everything else, because we're gonna have all these heaters we got to run. Okay, so that is all that cleaned up. Okay, so next thing is next. We need to get our fans. For the Tuesday fun, Andrew Rogers, cheers and appreciate it. So we're gonna need a bunch of fans here. So let's see how many, so this is the one I stole stuff out of. So you're gonna go over here because I stole stuff from you. A bunch of these I've stolen stuff out of for the big guy. So what do we got here? We got, there's our fans. So we might not be able to actually build all of these. We might be able to build 4 today because I think we're going to be limited by fans. Your fans are here in chat. Wait. I know this one. I know this one. 1 second. One second. Triforce. Yeah, those are the gang signs I know. Triforce. Okay. And then also we have to modify some fans. See, look at all this. Look at all this wiring. That's annoying. We ain't doing that. Oh, we could put our yeah, we can put our front fans in. So let's put these in. Because now we have to modify a bunch of these too. Okay, so you're that. You're that. Ow! I stabbed myself. What did I stab myself with? We're defanning all the kit. Oh, this is, I don't think this box we need. Base kit. So we got the shuttle kit, which we might put the tool head on, because here's the carriage. So we might put the carriage on today. And then we also have the 6-in-1 port hexa adapter, which we got to mount somewhere in the machine as well. So that I can put down here for now. It is chilly in the garage today. It is chilly in the garage today. So yeah, we might only be able to build 4 of these. We might only be able to do 4 of these, unfortunately. We'll see. No LEDs, I'm out of here. LEDs, they don't improve the function at all. They increase power draw. They're cool. Don't get me wrong. Having some RGB is neat and all, but at the end of the day, it doesn't make printer print better. It don't make printer print any more betterer. It just kind of does its thing. Yeah, I might be able to build one more if I can find some 4010s. I'll see what I have for 4010s. I might have some extra 4010s. So, because I have extra 20, these are all 2510s, right? I have a bunch of extra 2510s from LDO. So I'll use these. Yeah, I got a bunch of extra 2510s. So we'll build 5, and then I'll just stop building one of them near the end, just in case we can reuse it. So, how does this work? So we put that in, and then the fan goes up that way. That snaps in there, and then we have to put those apart. So, yeah. So it's a little bit annoying because you kind of have to feed these wires back through this stupid little slot. Try not to break them. If you don't have your wires like flush when you put in the next step, they kind of fail. I'm actually kind of tempted to glue these. I'll put like a little, yeah, see, that one's good. So what is everyone up to? What is everyone up to? Oh, is this support? No, that's not support. That's supposed to be like that. Okay. See, mine looks slightly different. Okay. So you're going to go in here. Oh, this is tight. Trying to remember if there's like a little trick. Nope, it just kind of goes in. There we go. There's that. And then we take, music's a little loud from my end. 1 second here. And then this slides in. Trying to remember if it goes this way or this way. Goes this way, I think. So make sure that's down all the way, because it makes like a little... Yeah, that's in all the way. There we go. If I remember correctly, I had to give this a little bit of a love tap last time. So, to carry on the tradition, it's a bit of a, whoop. There we go. Love tap. There we go. So that's one. So the thing you have to be careful of, because you are sliding this on, okay, you gotta be careful that your wires are nice and like they're below the surface. Otherwise you might shear them, and that would be bad. That would be really bad. Soldering is a skill that needs to be practiced. Yeah, you can buy soldering practice kits online, like little example PCBs that have a bunch of stuff that you can practice soldering with. They are nice, and if you think you need them, do them, because there's nothing worse than bunging it up and then you're like, well, that was a waste. Now I got to do it all over again, or buy components, or yeah, fans are a bitch to solder. I mean, oh, like if you want to resolder a little back part, yeah. So let me zoom in a bit here so you can see what I'm doing a bit better. There we go. Okay. So I think it's finally been enough time. I think I've given him enough time. I finally started playing Cyberpunk 2077 the other day. I bought it when it came out, like when Cyberpunk first launched, I bought it. I played it for, I don't know, a bit. I don't know, a bit. Didn't like, I think I made it past the first act or something. And then I just kind of stopped playing because the game was kind of borked. And then they started fixing it, and then Phantom Liberty came out, and I finally picked it up, Phantom Liberty, and I'm like, you know what? I'm finally gonna play it. So I started a new character, and then that's started that the other day, and I'm finally playing Cyberpunk. And you know what? I get it. It's nice. It's not a bad game. Oh God, come on. I remember when we did this for the other one. The A4T one was a bit of a bitch to get everything to line up. Because you have to like push it down while you slide it in. And if you don't, it doesn't line up. Yeah, see, it's already kind of pinching that wire. There we go. Well, that broke. Oh well. Hopefully that's not too important. I also forgot to pop out the support on this one. I mean, worst comes to worst. I mean, we should be okay. Oh yeah, that's snapped. Did this one break too? Yeah, they broke. That's what it is. They're breaking. Cracked. You can see it. That little support piece right there. It's like cracked at the bottom. I don't think it'll be an issue. But if it is, that's a problem for future Taylor. I do not envy that guy. What did I use? It's all CF08 ASA. Yeah, it's all CF08 ASA. Do you need to epoxy or coat the printed parts? No. Why would I need to epoxy or coat them? I wonder if it's because of that. Try cutting this, see if that helps. Well, test fit. Yeah, they should be able to like snap in, snap out. They are very tight. Doesn't help, these are little, like the fans are kind of fragile, and it's easy to kind of break these fans if you push them in the wrong spot. Do anything to prevent the lug nuts on their cars from rusting? Your lug nuts rust? Aren't they like plated? I think I saw your DM. Let me see. DM to buzz, send a video about the panels. Yeah, was that the Coroplast ones? Yeah, I think I saw that video. I was out and about when I saw it. I wonder if I just kind of trim these a bit. See if we trim them a little bit. Make them a little bit more there we go. There we go, Choom. That's Preem. Preem, Choom. Living flakes off when you... How often are you redoing your tires? I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever taken my tire, or no, I've done brakes. I've done brakes. So I have taken tires off my car. But like, usually that's something the dealership or the mechanic does. Because I don't do a lot of stuff on my cars because I don't drive a lot. So like, when it comes to stuff like, you know, oil changes, I go to a mechanic to do it because I don't have a driveway I can do it in. Or correction, I don't have a garage I can do it in. And it's winter. And shit's cold. And yeah, I'd rather pay somebody else to do my oil change. And yeah. Plus I gotta get a tire rotation next time, so. I do my own brakes though, usually. That you save quite a bit of money on. It's not too hard on a car. So I do my own brakes. Why don't you want to go in? Where you're required to have winter tires. Oh, yeah. Where I live, we don't. I live in Southern Ontario. We're below the snow belt. So, like, to be honest, I probably should have winter tires, but we don't need them by law. And I'll be honest, I've never really found a real hard need to get them. Like, it's never really been a, oh shit, I should probably get winter tires type thing for me. So I've never really bothered to get them. And it hasn't really been an issue for me, luckily. So. What really sucks is where I live, there's literally a salt mine in my town. So when it comes to like, they salt the crap out of the roads in the winter here. So as soon as winter comes, they just salt the crap out of the roads, and it kind of sucks because you have to get your car like oil sprayed every winter or it turns into a rust bucket. So that's another reason, because usually I only drive like 10 to 15,000 kilometers a year usually. So I only do like 1 or 2 oil changes a year. And it's usually like I bring it in, I get oil change, I get it undercoated, I do all that. So. So much rust. Yeah, I hate rust on cars. Because the problem is, it's all good until you see that one speck of rust. The moment you see one speck of rust on your car, it's gone. I just try to make it a point to try and, you know, have the car paid off before it starts rusting. That was one of the things I didn't like about my Focus. 1 month before I made my last, like literally on the last car payment, I found a bunch of rust on it. I'm like, son of a bitch, I got 1 month left on paying this thing off, and I just found rust on it. Oh shoot, hopefully that didn't break the fan. No, we're good. We're good. Yeah, it's like these fans are like ever so slightly high. I think that's the problem. I think the fans are like ever so slightly high. Not crazy high, but like just high enough buff that they're... We're just gonna... A little bit easier there. Okay, that one, this is the first one to go in without me having to force it. Okay. Cool. Next, we need to pop open all of these and glue in a thingamabobber. So these have like a little tool to make these fans blow better. So they have these little guys. They direct the air. These little guys we gotta put in. So all of these, get all my fan ducts in a row. So unfortunately I only have 4 sets of these. So how do these just open up, I believe? Yep, top opens up. And then you glue this in like there. And then there should be a little printed tool that's supposed to make this easier. There we go. But I'm not going to use it because I'm just going to line it up by eye. So let's get to it. It's about softer rubber that gets better. Oh, I know, Wolf Average. The thing is, our winters here like to dance just above and just below freezing. And then a lot of times like here, let me pull up the weather. So today it's +2 out. Tomorrow it's +2, then -3, then -2, then -3. Ooh, Sunday's gonna be -10 and then -11. But then it'll go back up to like 8. Like our weather here flip-flops like crazy. They salt the heck out of the roads too. So like black ice really isn't super common around me here. And any snow on the road gets cleared off pretty quick. So yes, I know that winter tires are better. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying in the 20 years of, oh my God. In the 21 years I've been driving, I've never really run into an issue using all seasons. My first car that I owned was a rear-wheel drive Explorer Sport Track, Ford Explorer Sport Track. So I got kind of used to driving with the worst setup for winter. And now I have a Subaru, and it's got no problem in the winter. No, it's 15.6 Celsius in my garage right now. It is, you want to know? I have this heater on high. The temperature has gone down 3 degrees since I started the stream because I had another heater going too. It is cold out and it is snowing out right now. So what have I missed? Not much. We are gluing stuff right now. Which way does this go? This way. We're gluing stuff together. Here. Where did I put it? Make this a little bit easier on everyone. The good old heavy thing of heavy thingness. When in doubt, heavy thing. So we are gluing these on. These are to help the fans fan better. So if your fans aren't fanning enough, you put these in it and they will fan fanningly. I'm gonna get that insulation. Well, I've already insulated the garage. I could put some more in the ceiling, but the garage walls are all insulated, and some of the ceiling is, not all of it. As for Mr. Cool, no response. I will say, like, this ain't bad. Like, running this little electric heater ain't bad. Like, I'll be honest. It's only like, I don't know, a third of the year I need heating or cooling out here. The rest of it, it's fine. I didn't bother using the heater until like midway into November. So, it's not too bad out here. What do these do? They helped redirect the their backflow inhibitors. They just make the fans work better. They help with backflow and back pressure, I guess, with the fans. So that's something you kind of have to worry about when you're using fans in this type of setup. So by installing these, the fans work better. What proof do I have of that? I don't know. Manual says to do it. So I'm gonna do it. So it is what it is. CNC kitchen needs to test it. Yeah, this is something the Germans can mull over, crunch the numbers. It's pretty easy to do. You just a little bit of super glue. Bottom there. Like, obviously you gotta make sure the fan still spins. If the fan don't spin after you glue it, the fan don't work. You need the fan to work. My kid begged me to take her to school today so she didn't have to wait for the bus. I said put on a coat and hat and gloves on. It's a long winter. So yeah, I took them. Oh, I drive my kid to school just because we live like up the road from the school. So in the summer we walk, but in this weather it's like, it's not so much that, you know, I don't want him walking in the snow or in the cold, because it's not that far. It's one road. It's one shot straight up. Like, it's a 10-minute walk to a school. So he's 7, so he's not walking on his own yet. So I got to walk with him, which isn't a problem when it's nice out. But when it's crappy out, it's not so much that I don't want him walking. It's, I don't want to walk. It's cold. So we take my car. Shit's cold. I ain't dealing with that. How many tool head do you have? We're gonna be building 4. We're gonna be building 4 full ones and 1 partial one, because I don't have enough fans with this kit, because while LDO was courteous enough, and by the way, disclosure, LDO sent the kit. They're not sponsoring the stream monetarily. They are sponsoring it materially by providing the kit for this build series. If you wish to get a LDO stealth burner kit for yourself, or stealth changer kit for yourself, you can purchase them wherever fine LDO products are sold. So a little late in the stream for the spiel, but there it is. But I borrowed some stuff from one of the kits, one of the tool heads for the Venture XL, because I needed to borrow some stuff. No all-wheel drive stealth teenager. Well, build one. Wouldn't be that hard, I don't think. I mean, actually, all-wheel drive going to quad XY. Does anyone make a quad XY V2 setup? No, they do. They do. They do. It's the fact that you're not going to be able to use as many tools because you're going to have the motor mounts in the front. You're going to have these guys blocking, so you won't have as much room for tools. So, back in my day, I used to walk to school alone at 7, including Minnesota winters. Of course, the school was only 1 block away. Yeah, it's different when, you know, it's not so much that, oh, it's like, you know, it's a 10-minute walk, which isn't far. It's, you go down the street, you turn left, you walk. It's like one shot. It's one road, right? The problem is that road is like the main thoroughfare for the subdivision I live in. And parents drive like idiots. Like, you will never experience, like, I could probably become the top poster of r/idiot drivers or whatever it's called, that subreddit. Just sitting outside of the school parking lot with a camera. Teslas are the worst. Teslas are the worst. Like, Tesla drivers are the absolute worst when it comes to dropping off their kids at school. I don't know. My current go-to theory is that Tesla drivers are the worst drivers on the road. And my operating theory for that is Teslas can drive themselves. Did you know that? Teslas can drive themselves, right? According to old Muskie. This year is the year that full self-driving will be out. No, wait, he said that in 2016. No, wait, he said that in 2017. No, wait, he said that in 2018. No, wait, 2019. No, this year's the year. Anyways, so because the cars have all the nanny state drive for yourself stuff, it attracts those that don't believe themselves good drivers. So you have a car that can't drive itself properly and does like all kinds of idiot moves, being driven by somebody who bought it because they don't know how to drive good. And they bought it because, oh, this car will make up for my inability to drive. So Teslas are the cars I see that have the worst drivers. Picking my kid up from school, Tesla cars are the ones I avoid the most. They are like, that is my, nope. Okay, so we put the fans in, so the fans slot in like that. Cool. And we can attach the hot end. Sweet. So, we gotta let these dry for a little bit. So I'm gonna let these dry for a little bit. Dangerous for pedestrians. Well, we have sidewalks. I'm in a subdivision. I got sidewalks. That's fine. You think clicky clack door is worth it? It is worth it if you are printing a lot of higher temperature materials like ASA, ABS, and the others. It is nice. This printer is the only printer I have with the clicky clack door. It holds the heat better. It gives you a little bit more room up front for like stuff like tool changers and whatnot. So it is nice. Having a clicky clack door is nice. I may actually try and see if I have enough material to mod Tallboy to have a clicky clack door. See if I have enough extra extrusions or something. Because I would like to have the clicky clack door on it, especially for like making it a tool changer like this. So clicky clack door, it's nice. It holds the temperatures better, and I think aesthetically it's nice because you don't have the gap down the middle anymore. I drive a big heavy Suburban Nemesis Prime. That is the perfect example of the type of drivers I don't like. I drive a big vehicle for my own safety. Screw everyone else. Only where I live, because I live in a automotive city, they're usually Jeeps. It's usually like, for some reason, like we have a Chrysler dealer, or Chrysler, whatever the heck it's called now, manufacturing in my town. So there's a lot of people in my town that work for whatever Chrysler's called now, Stellantis. So they get like employee discounts. So you see a lot of like Jeeps on the streets around me. So you got like the Grand Wagoneer, ugliest car in the world, Grand Wagoneer, ugliest vehicle. But yeah, they drive around and it's usually a mom driving it who's like driving like this, barely seeing over the steering wheel, where you could stack like 20 kids in a row in front of the hood and she won't see them. Yeah, those vehicles I don't like. Those ones I don't like. Okay. So this one goes in this way because fan down. And I think these just slide in and snap in. There we go. Fan spins. There we go. And then this one has a little cutout there, so we you don't want to spin. Why don't you want to spin? You got a little bit of... You don't want to spin. Why don't you want to spin? You spin fine. What are you catching on? What are you catching on? What are you catching on? Because I can't see you. What are you catching on? Get you out. How can I get you out? Oh God, this ain't gonna work. Hey, Steve. Yeah, steering tool choice. What, the A4T? I like the A4T tool head. What's wrong with the A4T tool head? Trying to figure out why this fan don't want to spin though. Why aren't you spinning? Why aren't you spinning? Spun fine before I put you in. Now I gotta figure out how to get this out. How do I get this out? Is there an easy... There's no way to push it out. Shoot. Just a bit wide. I'm doing... It's on Tall Boy. Tall Boy is an oddball. I'm only gonna fit 4 tools on it. It's a 330. So I can either squeeze in 5 or fit 4 comfortably. So I'm just gonna fit 4 comfortably. The A4T. I like the aesthetic of the A4T, damn it. Okay, see if I can get this out. Okay, why? Oh, that's why that moved. Stupid thing moved, that's why. I like the A4T too. It's nice and simple. It's one part. You slide your fans in. There we go. Like it's one part. That's it. Easy peasy, lemony squeezy. Second. I think somebody's at my door. Am I hearing? I might just be hearing stuff. Hello? Oh, you got home from school or work. Okay. Back to stream. It's my wife. I open the door and I see like snow prints coming into the house, and I'm like, hello? So Luke's here. Hey, Luke. Oh, dang it. I did it again. I gotta stop pushing this. Oh, that fell apart. What's going on? Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. How did this fall apart? How did you move? What the frick happened here? Super glue. How did that happen? Oh wait, this one's wrong side, wrong side, wrong side. I love the smell of super glue in the morning. Smells like victory. There we go. Two. Ah. Well, it's not 350, it's a 330. It's an oddball size. Like, I think I can fit 5 if I really want to. But I think we're probably just gonna go with 4 tools. What is the opinion of Nero 3D? He's an okay guy. Problem is, I'm doing this without the glue being fully dry, so I got a feeling like we'll have residue glue in some of these holes. So it's like, hopefully it don't ever have to come apart. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Damn it. What happened now? Jeez. That went flying. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, why don't you want to spin once you're in? Why are you jamming up? Oh, it's the stupid thing's moving. Shoot. Stupid thing's jamming. Let's... Stupid thing's jamming on me. Is like something catching on it? Now it's moving. Okay, now we're good. Now we're good. Probably clean all this glue off. What is better, Bondtech Index or Stealth Changer? Those are completely different things that are completely... What is better, my neighbor Shelby Cobra kit car or my Subaru Crosstrek? They are completely different things. One is an off-the-shelf, pre-made, induction heated hot end changer. The other is a kit-based DIY fully modular tool changer. They are not in the same wheelhouse. Do you want to buy it or do you want to build it? Answer that question, that'll tell you which one you get. Do you want to buy it? Do you want to build it? Although the Index you can build because the Index system can go on any printer with Clipper as long as you know what you're doing and the mechanics of the printer are easily adaptable, or you know what you're doing and you can put like servos and kinds of fun shit on. So, also, fun fact, Index isn't available yet. So how do we know it's any better than anything else? We have a product listing and spec sheet and demo videos, but nobody has their hands on one. Well, Steve has one. Steve's in chat. He has one. Because Steve has time to beta test stuff. I don't. So, yeah. I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's the same in a lot of different like communities and online groups and hobbies and whatnot. But like the whole in 3D printing, I have noticed watching my streams, you know, watching my chat, watching other people's streams like Joel's streams and whatnot. There is like this really big, which one is better, X or Y? Like, these are CNC machines that have different use cases and fit different needs for different people. Very rarely will I go, this is better than Y. Like there are like, you know, but like that's the kind of question you get asked. And it's like, we want my opinion? I can't give you an answer. I haven't built the Stealth Changer yet, so I can't tell you how good or not good it is at all. And Index isn't out yet. So anyone who gives you an answer to that question is just, you know, there we go. Okay, so we got 4 of those. Can't build 5 because I don't have enough fans because I already stole the fans. Yeah, the proper question to ask is what is better for my use case? Exactly. Thank you. We are building glorified budget CNC machines that splooge molten plastic out of a hot piece of metal to make random knickknacks that most of the time will end up in a garbage within a year. So, what do you need it to do? What do you need it to do? Is the answer. Okay. So, now we can mount our Hotend. So we are going to be using chubbies. We got 1 chubby. We've got 2 chubby. I don't have enough socks. That's the only downside. I only have like, I don't have a lot of socks. Oh, this one's missing a heater. don't know why this wire is so long. I'm just going to cut it because I don't need these wires to be this long. 3 chubby. Oh, this one has a 0.5 Fadus nozzle in it already. Luke, you left a nozzle in one of these. You got the rest of the socks? I know, I need more socks. More socks! And then we got 4 chubby, but this one's missing its heater. It's missing a heater. Did I steal a heater out of one of these? I think I stole a heater. Oh, I had... Luke, report. One of these had a bad heater. I don't know if I have a spare. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I think this is a bum heater. Actually, no, this heater's good, I think. I think this heater... No. How do you check if a heater's good? Multimeter? How do you check if a heater's good or not? Where's my good multimeter? Is it on the other side of the garage? I will use this one. Resistance. Alright, where's my good multimeter? There's my good multimeter. We'll put the master crap away. I mean, I could just take the one out of here, but I think it's already cut. Alright, so we go to ohm. 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 I'm getting nothing. Does that mean it's bad? Bad. Okay. So that's a bad heater. What about this one? .8. Actually, it's probably higher if I wasn't touching it. But the fact that I'm actually getting resistance on this one, where this one, I'm pretty sure this one's dead. Yeah, I'm getting nothing on this guy. So that one's dead. So that's not good. So I gotta get the heater out of this one. That's gonna be fun. It's caked in plastic. That's gonna be fun. I had a blob of death on the first one that I put in the Venture XL, so I just took the heater out, or took the whole tool head out, because I had to replace it anyways. So. Un momento, por favor, biblioteca. S'il vous plaît. There we go. We have spares, torch it out. Oop. Don't want to lose this. Yeah, you have spares, but you are where you are, Luke. I am where I am at. Heat gun. So let me figure out what's gonna be the easiest way to get this out. So let me grab my vise. E-block. And then do that and go do. Okay, that'll work. Uh-oh. I gotta go through all my clamp tools. I gotta figure out where all my clamp tools went. Oh, there it is. Aha. Hopefully this fits. For the heater fun. Well, these are like 80 watt heaters, so I wanna use them. I get enough height on that. Not on that side. All right. Go there. Okay. Heat gun time. Will this reach? Probably not. Ah, dang it. Ah, I just knocked over a bunch of stuff. Okay. Probably wearing some gloves. And I probably should already have a punch ready for this. That would require planning. Yes, I loosened the grub screw already. Don't worry. I loosened the grub screw already. Where'd all my punches go? No, I have punches. There we go. Behold our heater of heating. Hopefully, I didn't kill it. So 6.3 is that one. What does a normal one read? 12. 6.3 is plenty of watts. Okay, well, we'll put it in. Could be worse. It could be 6.7. Shoot me now. I apologize for that. If you wish to unsubscribe from the channel and never watch me again, I fully understand it. Go. Hopefully the wire's long enough. I'm gonna have so many of these extra wires I'm just gonna cut. Yeah, I'm just cutting these short now. Don't need all this. All right, so let's carry on. We'll deal with nozzles later. I got to figure out which nozzles I want to use for this because I got to hunt down a bunch of 0.4s. Good enough. Dude, my son says it, and I'm like, buddy, why? And he's like, ah. And I'm like, okay, whatever. We'll to be together. I'll be here and you'll be near. What size screws do I need for this? What size screws do I need for this? I'm 3/10s. I'm 3/8s. 8s? Let's try 8s. Humans just doing human things. I know. I'm just kind of disappointed because it's like I've sheltered you from that stuff. Yet you still pick it up. No, okay, I'm 3/8, way too short. Yeah, I'm 3/8, way too short. Turn that off. I'm 3/16. Hopefully it's M3. Well, better if it's M316, I might have problems. Hopefully these kits have M316s in them. Oh, that is way too long. M312. M312. There we go. The only way to shelter kills is to make sure they never... Yeah. Like, he doesn't... He has, like, no online presence. Because, we don't let him. He doesn't need one. I grew up without the internet, and I turned out internet. That is thick. It is, but we like it thick around here. Damn it. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't want to. Light up. Come on. Why don't you want to go in? Oh, it's because you're slightly off. There we go. All right, come on. Why don't you want to go in? I work with a guy who doesn't drink, never seen Star Wars, Star Trek, or any Marvel, and a whole bunch of stuff. He said he's never watched TV as too active. Cult. No, it's like some people just don't. Like some people just don't. Some people are outdoorsy types, or they're like my one of my brother-in-laws. They don't use computers. They have a computer. They have like an old Mac for when they occasionally need to do computer stuff, but for the most part, they just don't use computers. Like they just don't. So some people do stuff, some people don't. It is what it is. Rocking out to my royalty-free Jingle Bells. The electric screwdriver. It is a Fantic. I bought it at Costco a while ago, and that's all I know. Especially with TV. I've only really started watching TV again recently. And honestly, I don't watch TV. I'll download a show and watch it. But like, I'd rather play a video game. Like I'd rather, if I'm going to spend 50 hours on something, I'd rather, you know, spend 50 hours playing a game with a good story than watching a show. So, like, Pluribus is the first show in years that I'm actually watching it as the show, like, airs. Some shows which are nice. Oh yeah, like there's good shows, but usually I wait till the show's over and I'll watch it all at once. Pluribus is the first show in like since Game of Thrones that I'm actively watching it as it comes out. And I am hooked. Although apparently the Chainsaw Man Ray's Arc movie is out now, I think. So I gotta watch that because I did watch the first season of Chainsaw Man and I liked it. So, and apparently is it Rez or Reze or Rizzy or whatever, however you pronounce it. Apparently that's also supposed to be really good. So. The last show I watched must have been Game of Thrones. Yeah, Game of Thrones ruined it for me. After Game of Thrones, I stopped trusting TV. It's like, now I won't watch it until it's done because I just don't trust you. You're how do I know you're not screwing me over? You're wasting my time. Is that it finds something everyone thinks is bad and I know. Like I seen an interview with Vince Gilligan where he's like, what if we have like, you know, when you watch a movie with like, you know, a alien takeover or like zombies, whatever, you always like side with the humans. It's very easy to go, well, that obviously this side is bad, right? Nobody wants to be the zombie during a zombie movie, right? But like the whole point when he wrote Pluribus was like, what if the alien whatever thing that takes over humanity, what if it was actually reasonable and it actually can like make decent arguments? And it's like he wanted audience members watching it to go, maybe this isn't that bad. Although apparently there was a celebrity cameo in the newest episode and it was I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see it. So I have no idea who it was supposed to be. She's not a nice person. She is not a nice person. She is a person. She's a writer. And, you know, I don't want to go into spoilers, so, but it's like episode 1 spoilers. Her wife died in the very first episode. I don't know about you, but if something like what happened to her happened, I'd be a little miffed too. You notice how all the other survivors have like family members and things are still pretty good for them. They didn't have like their partner die during the event. So it makes sense. Yeah, she's still grieving. Like, she's still in that phase. And as you learn more about her backstory, it explains why she's very untrustworthy about a bunch of people who like all smiles and we just want to be there for you. We just want to help you. 40K, everyone's bad. Oh yeah, in the grim darkness of Warhammer 40K, everyone is sucks. Like the only somewhat reasonable ones I think are the chow, and even then they're kind of ulterior motive-y. Okay, so now we've got that. My feetsies are cold. So now we need to put the square nuts in. So we have a bunch of square nuts we got to install in this. So hopefully this kit comes with square nuts. Hopefully the LD, I think I have some somewhere. I could find them. But okay. Yeah, my feet are getting cold. What time is it? Oh, we only got half an hour left anyways. If you want an update on the 3D printed shoes, this is again BQ Morphex. I've been wearing these shoes every time I live stream, and I wear them in the house. They are my Mr. Rogers shoes. They've started discoloring from like literally the jeans. My jeans have turned them kind of blue, and as you can see, they're starting to fall apart. They're starting to delaminate along the layer lines. And when you squish the sole, you can feel everything that's like broken in there. And we got like this pretty bad delamination there. I think we have some in the front too. Like it's starting to, yeah, it's starting to come apart. But I will say they are very broken in and very comfy. How old are these? I got them at 3D Printopia. They're at the BQ booth. So if you went to 3D Printopia and you saw the printed shoes, I have a pair of them. They just gave them to me. I've tried gluing them back together using like E6000. It kind of works, but not the greatest. Like it does eventually. This one, my left foot's holding up a lot better. The left one isn't falling apart as much as the right one. I am right-handed, so my right side is dominant. So I'm wondering if that has any play in it, but it's kind of interesting to see how one foot is falling apart faster than the other by quite a big degree. But shoes in the house, what kind of monster? They're slippers. I don't wear them outside. These are my Mr. Rogers shoes. And in the winter, it is kind of nice to have like a nice comfy boot on, or comfy shoe. Super glue, I've tried super glue. They eventually just fall apart. Because what happens is, if you have a crack, it's like a crack, right? It'll just keep reforming. Right? You have to like cut it out and weld it, but you can't do that with these. So you glue it back together and then you have that really strong bond right here, but then like one layer over, it just falls apart. So it's almost like you need like a coating or something to like seal it. Okay, do we have square nuts? Does this LDO kit come with square nuts? I think the LDO kit is meant for like the ant head tool head. So I don't think I have square nuts. So I gotta see what I have. Maybe in here. Yeah, like indoor shoes I get. Like it's like slippers. Indoor shoes are slippers. Indoor shoes are slippers. I get it. Okay. Especially because I come out to the garage often, and in the winter the floor of the garage is always cold. I wear these. So I get it. But like the people that just wear their shoes into the house, like apparently that's a thing in the US. I don't know. Apparently it's not in Canada. In Canada, you take your shoes off when you come in the house. It's like not like quite Japan levels of like, oh, you have to take your shoes off as soon as you. No, it's just you don't wear your shoes in the house here in Canada. But apparently in some places in the States, you just wear your shoes into the house. Like, like that always threw me off when I would watch like American shows. And it's like you see people come into the house and they just keep their shoes on. And it's like, bruh, what are you doing? Okay, I had a thing of square T-nuts. Where'd I put them? I could have sworn I had a thing of square T-nuts. This might be a problem. Can you use hex nuts? I could have sworn I had a thing of square T-nuts. I had a bag of them. I saw them relatively recently, too. Buttonhead, M4 buttonheads. Oh. Ah, here we go. They're not exactly the right kind, but they'll work. Hopefully. We wear shoes in the house in Australia? Really? It's a thing in the southern US. Yeah, I mean, if you're living in an area where it's like Australia, I can kind of understand because it's like mostly dry. You don't really have like, here in Canada, like if I were to go outside and come in, I'd be tracking snow and slush into my house. So obviously I'm not going to do it. But I could see like in Australia where it's always dry, or you could be like, I did a thing and just not wear shoes ever. So, like, I get it. Do textured PI sheets get worn out? I clean them with Dawn dish soap and warm water monthly, and it doesn't physically look worn out. Well, they don't. They would get worn out from scraping. So if you're taking a spatula to them and scraping them hard all the time, eventually you could, like, it used to be a thing back in the day, back in the early Voron days, back before, you know, flex plates were the norm. We used to just glue a sheet of CS Hide PI, just like a slab of CI, 1 millimeter thick, just glue it right to your bed, okay? And then every time a print finished, you get your little spatula out and you go, okay? Well, eventually you do that in the middle of the bed enough, you dish it. So that was more of a thing back in the day, but with flex plates where you just kind of pop them off, as long as you're not like physically wearing the bottom and dragging your nozzle across it, you should be pretty fine. Also don't clean PI sheets with acetone. Yeah, don't use acetone. I don't know if it's still the thing to do, but apparently you use acetone to refresh it. Like every now and then you just kind of wipe it with acetone really quickly and it like refreshes it. I remember hearing that somewhere, but I don't think I've ever done it, or maybe I did it on smooth PI. I can't remember. But with texture, just soapy water, just soapy water. A little bit of soapy water and you're good. IPA, like isopropyl, doesn't clean the bed. What it will do is if you put IPA on your bed and wipe it with a rag, it basically takes any little bit of oil that's on the bed and just smears it around. IPA doesn't really like clean the bed. It just kind of dissolves whatever's on it, and then you wipe it around, and obviously some of it gets picked up in the rag, but not all of it. So IPA is good for like just a quick little wipe down, but every now and then you should take your beds and wash them in like dish soap. Okay. So these work, but unfortunately they got no balls. What do I mean no balls? They don't really stick in. So these are actually, these are like M3 slide-in nuts for 5015 that LDO gave me a while ago. And we're gonna use these to hold our stuff on. Why? Because that's what we have. So unfortunately, they don't really like lock into place though. They just kind of, I mean, they work. And that goes on there. think I put those in backwards. Yeah, I want to put these in this way up so I have more surface area on the top. I mean, I could put like a little dab of like super glue on them or something to kind of hold them in place. Oh, okay. Oh, if I put them in sideways. Okay, if I put them in sideways, they hold their position. Okay. Just put them in sideways. There we go. Yeah, just put them in sideways. So there is a lengthwise. Option. Another creator suggests using Windex to clean bed. Windex will work. Here's the thing, just think about it. Why doesn't your print, what makes your print not stick to the bed? What makes your print not stick to the bed? It's oils and greases. So anything that's like a degreaser or cleans oils will work, right? So yeah, PI will work, or PI beds. Yeah, Windex will work, Simple Green will work. Basically anything that is a degreaser that leaves no residue will work. Dawn dish soap is just really easy and it's clean. But if it works on wee baby ducks when ExxonMobil decides to, you know, cut some corners to pump their budget, it'll work on your printer bed. But, you know, Simple Green, but I think Simple Green leaves a residue. Windex, make sure you get streak free. Like, that's all it is. You're just cleaning grease and oils and any dust or whatever. Like, you don't need to overthink it. It's just a degreaser. Okay. How long of a tube do I need here? That is the question. I don't know how long of a tube I need. So you go all the way in there. Go all the way there. And then, got our orbiter. I'm using ammonia-based Windex for a month and cheaper than IPA banana. I honestly, I wipe down my beds. I just try to avoid touching your printer with your hands. Like when you pull a flex plate out, okay, grab it from the tab, grab it from the outside, crack, 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 and then just kind of like do that. If you avoid doing that, and also it helps if your printer's enclosed because it keeps shit from falling on it in like a dusty garage or whatever. You shouldn't have to clean your printer that often. Like we're talking every couple of weeks. If you're printing regularly, like put it this way, when I printed the Gundam stuff, I think I only like cleaned the beds on the printer every couple of weeks when they were running like nonstop. I just made it a point not to touch where I was printing. So make sure it's like, think of it like holding a record, right? Or a CD. Remember CDs, kids? Don't touch hold it from the edges. Okay, so how much up do I need here? I think my magnets or my cutters on the other side. So I need 658 or 6.5. 6.5. Where is my Canuck? So let's. That is really hard to mark with that. Do I have a paint marker? Grab my knife. Oh, it's so much colder on this side of the garage. It is so much colder on this side of the garage. Where'd I put my knife? Oh, here it is. Yeah, just you know, just to compare. So I have a fence here, like I made out of the shelves, right? So the shelves act like a wall. I have a little DIY door kind of thing. So my garage is split in half. So on this side of the garage, it is currently 16.6 Celsius. On the other side of the garage, it is currently about 11 or 12 degrees Celsius, according to the printer on that side of the garage. So it's a bit chilly over there. Okay, cut you. There we go. And then I do it again, so I have 2 of these. There we go. So you go there, and then this orbiter goes on top. Like that. And then what size screws do I need to hold it down? What is it? Okay, what screw? Well, let's see what we got in here. See what we got in here. Lunch is over. Lunch is over. M3/16s. That's M2.5. Well, how big of a screw do I need here? I got. Okay, so we got, what do you got? I got 8.4 plus 3.7. So 8.4 plus 3.7 is 11, 12 mil plus, so probably 16 plus 4. Yeah, 16 mil. 16 mil screws. Do I have 60 mil? M314. Maybe that'll work. M314s? Or 16. Try 16. 12.1 plus 4 then. Yeah, so 16. I used Wi-Fi for the first time the other day to start a print. It failed. I have been using Wi-Fi to control printers for years. Can't remember the last time I, like, other than like, I can't remember the last time I transferred a file via SneakerNet. That makes sense. Any reason to go Stealth Changer versus Bondtech Index? Index isn't out yet. Can't go Index without an index, can you? Also, the index system is a nozzle, or correction, it's a hot end changing system. So the tools are basically just hot ends. So what if you want to run ultra high flow? Simple as that. The index system, while a very nice system, does not offer super high flow. It doesn't. There is no such thing as like super high flow with index. Okay. It just, okay, what? Are you not 16 mil? Okay, why does one screw go in, but the other doesn't? Are these both the same screw? Yeah. Then why aren't you engaging? There we go. There we go. Need one more, a wooden tube. Stealth changer is expensive system, more extruders, more hunts. Yeah. It's also fully customizable to your needs and use case. You can put it on. You can change the hot end. If you need more than like average flow, this is your only real option. Also, if you already have a bunch of hot ends already and a bunch of nozzles, you can reuse those. It depends on what you need and what you need the system to do and whatnot. Yeah. Like, just because the index comes out doesn't mean all tool changers except for the index systems are garbo, right? So for example, this has the advantage of you can, you have more control over the tools themselves because you can preheat these tools. You can preheat these tools. You can use, we're using tube compacts here, but you could use full-size tubes on this with massive nozzles. Like, there are way more customization options to your tool heads with this setup than the index. The index is, you use the index and that's it. You put the index in and you move on with your life. And you use index tools with index extruders, and it's all, but like, hey, this system, well, I know tool 4 is going to do nothing but print flexibles. So I have an extruder on tool 4 that is just really damn good at flexibles, right? Like, you can do that with this system. Like, that is kind of the advantage with systems like this. You have more control for what the final product is. You have more options. So yeah, if you're only printing stupid flexi dragons to sell at your Etsy booth, then yeah, index makes more sense, okay? If you're just printing like PLA flexi dragons for your Etsy store, then yeah, index makes a bit more sense. But if you're not just doing that, oh, I want to print, nozzle 1 has a hardened nozzle on it. Nozzle 2 has an ultra high flow hot end on it. Nozzle 3 is a CHT 1.2 for infill. Nozzle 4 or tool 4 has a flexible only extruder on it. And nozzle 5 is a freaking, I don't know, a probe, a CNC tool head, a freaking silicone extruder, whatever. You can do that. You have more control. So at the downside of it being a more complex system, and obviously a DIY system, okay, why did I cut this the wrong length? How do I go from... That's why that's not going in. That's why. A little bit of chamfer on this. So yeah. There we go. Like if you come to me and go, hey, I want a machine that could do multicolor stuff, but I'm probably only going to do it once or twice a month, I'm probably going to tell you to go buy something with an AMS, right? Like it depends on what your use case is, what your needs are, and all that jazz. Oh, I got to put the whatchamacallits in here. Okay, so keep these M316s. I need you. The rest of you guys can go back in here. We are going to mix up all these kits. We're just kit bashing basically right now. Question about sensorless end stops. Is it good? For the most part, depends on what tool board you're using. What drivers. Like the TMC 2209s work pretty dang good. Something with like 5160s, I'd avoid using sensorless. It is more of a pain in the butt. Like this machine actually is set up for sensorless, and we're gonna have to go back to sensored, because with it being a tool changer, you need to have very accurate XY homing, which sensorless doesn't give you. So we are actually gonna have to go back and revert this machine back to being a having end stops. Yeah, those didn't move. Okay. See if we can get all these. I got like a couple minutes left. We got 8 minutes left before I got to do the giveaway. So if you haven't entered yet, do this now, because we are going to be doing the giveaway soon. Because I got to end the stream pretty soon after 2, because I'm taking the little guy tobogganing. Okay, for some reason, this one doesn't want to, like, screw in, and I don't know why. It's like, it's right there. The nut is right there. Screw in. Oh, how much you want to bet the bone and tube is ever so slightly too long. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay, there's that one. Put a little chamfer on this guy. Yep. I am hungry. So enter for your chance to win some Polymaker filament. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. That way, people can hang out when we do cool, fun members stuff. There we go. There we go. So this one is just a regular orbiter. Oh shoot, is that longer? I think this is longer. This is an orbiter V1 or V2. I don't even know. Shoot, this might be an orbiter V1. How can you tell the difference between a V1 and a V2? Well, this doesn't say LDO, so I'm gonna go look for my other. I have 2 V2s downstairs, but they're on printers. It doesn't say LDO on it, so I'm assuming it's a V1. And I also have this guy, which won't work. Yeah, that's Lancer. Okay, so I'm gonna hunt down some extruders. So I think that's pretty good for now, though. So we'll carry, I'll grab some extruders from machines that I can grab them off of, and we'll put them on. So then Friday, we got to mount up electronics on these, and we can start putting the actual tools in the printer. Is offset on the older orbiter? It is. Yeah, it is offset. Yep. So this is a V1 orbiter. So I know I have V2 somewhere. I think I got to pull them off some printers. I got 2 printers I'm not using that have them. All right. So we got 3 minutes left on the giveaway. Enter for your chance. Do this now, and then we'll do the giveaway. So we got 2 built. These are nice tool heads. I love the look of the A4T. Nice, simple. You put a PCB on the back, move on with your life. Nice and simple. Easy peasy, lemony squeezy. And then there's a back plate. They are on the printer right now printing. So we got that. I'm thirsty, actually. Have a drink of my delicious Gamer Sups. Use code Canuck, save today. We're using Nighthawks, and I believe with the Nighthawk, it is USB because we have this. We have the Hexa adapter. So we have this board, which we'll probably have to print a case for. Zonko, thank you for coming to channel member. Cheers and appreciate it. So this is our board that we plug our tool heads into. Okay. So this is the adapter. We're gonna have to figure out somewhere to put this. That will be that. So that is our LDO systems. I actually really like, not gonna lie, I really like the Nighthawk logo. It is a very nice logo. I like it. So we got that. We got to put some stuff. So I got to grab some extruders. So I need to get some orbiters, which I have a bunch. I just got to pull them off machines. Though I think the only difference between the V2.0 and 2.5 isn't much. So I don't think it's that big of a deal going from the 2.0 to 2.5. I think the 2.5 is more of a like fixing a minor flub type thing. So we got 1 minute left before we do the giveaway. My feet are cold. My feet are cold. By the way, if you're wondering, the Prusa is holding a beautiful 53 degrees Celsius in the chamber right now. So. Did you have a layer shift? No? What are you doing? Where are you printing? What the heck is going on here? It's printing in air. 1 second. What is going on here? I'm like, did it have a layer shift? And I'm watching it do a circle right over a proper circle. And I'm like, no. Oh, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Who can guess what I did or didn't do? Who can guess what I didn't do? There's supports on this part. I need supports on this part. How's that part? How did that come out? Okay, that overhang came out fine. Like actually not gonna lie. This part right here actually came out like beautifully. Focus. That came out like beautifully. Unfortunately, the rest of it didn't because it was trying to print in air. Good thing I looked at it. I'm like, why is it, did it layer shift? I thought it layer shifted, but no, it was trying to print this in air. And I didn't catch that that needed support. Poop. Okay, so print settings, 4 walls, 5 top, 5 bottom, 40% infill, and we need 2, 3, 4, 5 range, supporting forces on. Delete. Copy bot. That sucks. There we go. Bro, you 2-degree overhang? Bruh. Bruh. Yeah, I know the print stopped. Home. No. Go back. Stop. Yes. Cancel. Remove that. 110-degree bed. Cool off. It's only a little hot. Garbage. Do I have any paper towels? Am I all out of paper towels? So I gotta get more paper towels. I gotta get more paper towels. I get more paper towels. Now you will work. Random paper towel of the floor. What is your wisdom? Good enough. Okay. Okay, that's good. Send to connect. How much filament did I waste there? Not too much. Okay. Back to the printer. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Let's do this giveaway. Published. No more accepting responses. Save. Filament. Copy. Create. That. Minimize that. Names. I'll save. Okay. And then marbles. What question? Use Prusa? Yeah, I use Prusa Connect. I did use Prusa Link for a bit, and then I just like, you know what? I'm just gonna use Prusa Connect. So I use Prusa Connect. Now that I have multiple Prusas, it's Prusa Connect is nice. Race. Okay, add names, clear, open. 251 people. Is that correct? Check. Yeah, 251 people. Yeah. Okay, random, bots, 251, play. If Prusa, of course, yeah. When I get my hands on an index kit, of course I'm going to put it on a printer. Okay, how this works is if you win, you get a free spool filament from Polymaker. Look at these Simpson-ass clouds. But if I pick your ball and your ball wins, you also get a free hat. This one right here is all by itself, so we're not going to pick it. We're going to pick this one right here. Spice King, if you win, you get a free hat. Good luck. Exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. And if you like the smash button, ring the bell, and are subscribed to the channel, it'll actually grease your ball up and make it go even faster. Good luck. Those are some Simpsons ass looking clouds. Django is in the lead. Ooh, 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 ooh. Chad chatted his way through that, though. My feet are cold. My feet are freezing right now. I'm standing right on concrete. I used to have a mat to stand on, but I got rid of it over the summer because it was like all filled with dog hair and like print parts and whatnot. So I threw it out. It was like ratty. And I didn't realize how much I needed that to keep the feet from the cold. So I gotta go buy a new mat to stand on out here. Also, I gotta build a new paint booth. So I gotta get a box fan so I can actually run a proper filter this time. Because unfortunately, I don't have a way to properly exhaust for my garage in the winter. Because in the summer, I just open the garage door. But I can't do it in the winter, so I have to build like a box to trap all the particulate from sanding and spray painting out here. Mats from Harbor Freight. Why? I'm not gonna cross the border to go get some mats. We don't have Harbor Freight in Canada. We have Princess Auto. Just huff the fumes. You know what? If it was just me, I would honestly just raw dog it and wear a mask and just huff the fumes and let my garage get filled. But that's one of the reasons I stopped working on the power armor, was even with my like really, oh shoot. Racky with the snipe. Where did you come from, Racky? You sniped that. Even with my setup that I had last year for spray painting, I still got like dust over the entire garage, like spray paint dust and sanding dust all over the garage. So one of the reasons I redid the divider between this side of the garage and the other, it goes all the way up to the ceiling now, and it's actually like pretty sealed off. So hopefully anything messy on that side of the garage stays on that side of the garage. But I have printers on that side of the garage now. So I've got to, I gotta redo all that, make it all nice and proper. So congratulations, Racky. You will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. There we go. So we will call it there. So huge shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Big shout out to LDO Motors for providing the kit that we are using for this build series. If you are interested in building a stealth changer of your own, it is an open source project, so you can self-source. But if you just want to buy the kit and be done with it, you can purchase an LDO kit wherever fine LDO products are sold. I don't have any links to any specific vendor because it depends on where you live, which one will make the most sense for you. So what are the bots? The only bot in the marble thing, because the bot is, because I stream on YouTube, there is no YouTube integration for the marble game. So what I have to do is I have to copy the names. So you sign up on the form, the Google Doc, I copy the names from the Google Doc and I input you as bots with the names. So that's how it works. So the bots are actually you guys. So I 251 people enter, 251 bots. Here are the names. So your bots, right? So that's how it works. So I have to pull the names from that. If we were on Twitch, you just go ! enter or whatever, and it would automatically populate you. But the downside with that, doing it that way, one, I have to stream on Twitch, which I don't. And two, you can only enter when it's open. And I know a lot of people watch my streams on their lunch break or whatever, and I don't want to limit it to, oh, you have to be here during the draw to win. I don't like doing that. So that's why. So you just got to show up during the stream and enter, but you don't have to be here to win. So we'll call it there. Yeah. This will be fun. We'll carry on. I'm in no rush to get this done. So it'll be kind of just work on it while we work on it. Stream on Friday. The video for the, whatchamacallit, the Delta Flyer was this week's video. So that should be out. I don't know if I'll do Friday or Saturday. I haven't done videos in a while, but Delta Flyer will be a video soon. And then I got to do a video on the update for the Phoenix, or the Phoenix, the Phoenix, the Venture XL as well. And also a Core 1L video, because I think I finally used it enough where I'm okay giving my opinions on it. I think I've finally used it enough to give my opinions on it. So we're going to call it there. For those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. And be safe out there, wash your hands, and I will see you in the future. Enjoy the rest of your week. Goodbye.